portal of CRB. So get ready for some great information and how to build multiple streams of pass, go, get ready to do whatever you want to do, streams of income, multiple streams of income. So get ready for some great information. Hello, Charles from Atlanta, Georgia, and Jay from Toronto. And Doc, have you got this set up?
Yes, I'm ready. And we're
All
recording.
right, so some great information coming to us this evening. Doc is going to bring us, I never really say that all the experience that he has, but he has lots of experience to all of our new people out there. And so he is the one to listen to. So really get ready for some great information. Doc, are you ready to give us that great information?
I certainly am. Thanks a lot, Queen. I appreciate that. Excuse me, I've got a little tickle in my throat, so I will try not to cough in your ear too much. Tuesday nights and Thursday nights are when we have live webinars. And our objective, ladies and gentlemen, is to assist you in building a long-term sustainable business with multiple streams of income. We know what it's like to work really hard, get a stream generating $20,000 a month or more. We've done that on 4 occasions, and then something happened and the money stopped flowing. All right, so that's not fun. I mean, just think that through. You know, we struggled like most people do in this industry. Our first 10 years was struggle mode, and then we finally started to get it. All right, finally hit our stride. And I remember that first time we got to 10,000 a month consistently. Then it went to 15. Then it went to over 20. And then one month, the next month, the money just stopped. Wow, that is demoralizing. So we want to have multiple streams of income, and this is key. We want to have them across multiple niches. There are going to be niches that get really hot, that just are on fire, particularly in the home business space. A few years back in the 90s, it was the telecom space. Then in the early 2000s to maybe mid-2000s, it was the nutritional beverage space, things like Tahitian noni juice and Zango juice and Monetize and what have you. Travel was really hot for a minute. Right now we see Bitcoin is extremely hot. A lot of crud out there, a lot of crap. All right, so we've got to be very careful with the opportunities that we're selecting there. But we want to have multiple streams of income across multiple niches, because there are times that niches can cool off. Weight loss was really hot for a while, and those companies haven't gone away, but it's just that they have this explosion, if you will, in that particular niche, and then they kind of cool off a little bit and just kind of maintain. And so that's why it's important that we have multiple streams of income, a system to develop multiple streams of income, 1, across multiple niches, number 2, so that ultimately we have the financial and the time freedom to hotly pursue the passions of our heart. So what we're going to talk about tonight is a platform that's going to have us in the advertising niche. Now, if you were on our Tuesday night webinar, if that was the first webinar you were on, we talked about another niche, which is the very fast-paced, exploding Bitcoin niche. But again, we want you to develop a long-term sustainable business with multiple streams of income across multiple niches. So we're going to talk a little bit about the advertising niche. There's a particular offer that we're promoting here, and we're still a few weeks away before that offer really takes the shape that we're wanting it to take. But we believe it's going to be a big deal. We believe it's going to be major because advertising is really huge. There's not been a company in the home business industry that has figured out how to be involved in the larger advertising space. When I say larger advertising space, there are companies in our home business space that maybe there's an advertising platform where you're advertising essentially to other marketers, other network marketers, other affiliate marketers, or what have you. And that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about multinational, multi-billion-dollar companies that are advertising through this platform. Now, because it's new and because it's never been done before, they're in the pioneering stage. There's no model that they can really model after. There's no company that can say, oh, okay, let's say if they were doing weight loss, they can say, okay, well, here's a weight loss a company, Isogenics, is been in weight loss for years. They've done very well, and Amway has weight loss products, and Melaleuca has weight loss products, and so there are a lot of companies, if they were in weight loss, that they could model after. Visalis has done very good in weight loss, but there is no company in the advertising space that is already a proven commodity in the home business arena. So there's a lot of things that they've been doing behind the scenes. I got a text today that said that they have more than 100 contractual agreements with advertisers, some of them really huge advertisers. They're integrating all of that, and they're having a big shindig out in their home office. They have a beautiful home office that they've just begun to move into. Some of you maybe have seen some videos about that if you're already part of this offer. And so in any event, we believe that this is going to be a very long-term business. With this particular offer, we believe that you're going to be able to generate some massive revenues from this offer. We just have to be a little patient because they're getting ready to get ready. So what I want to talk a little bit about as it relates to this advertising offer is a benefit that they offer that you can take advantage of right now. The beautiful part about this particular offer is there are no monthly subscriptions, no monthly auto ships. One of the things that they've committed to is having a very low barrier to entry, a very low entry price. They ultimately want to have 1 million people across the globe generating no less than $500 a month. But if you follow what we're teaching, and if this company performs, and I believe they definitely will, our goal for you is to develop a 6-figure income, perhaps even 7 figures with this particular model. So let's talk about what is up and running right now. And that is, give me just a moment. That's not what I meant to show. There we go. Okay. As a benefit of being with this particular company, so there's an outlay of just $50 a year, and as a benefit, there is a awesome travel portal. Give me a moment. Give me just a moment here. Okay, there we go. All righty. There's an awesome travel portal. So for your $50 outlay for the year, no monthly subscription, no monthly auto ship, you get access to an amazing travel portal. Now keep in mind, our focal point once they are ready to go is going to be the advertising piece. But you know, a lot of you might be looking to take a vacation over the next few weeks, maybe next couple months, and you may just find some huge savings with this particular travel portal. So let's take a look, for instance. Give us a moment. Here is Lindomar Resort in Mexico. If you went to Expedia and you were looking to book this, and the great thing about many of these deals, there's some travel portals out there, excuse me, they give you great rates if you're going to travel next week. You know, so you got to pack up the bag and the children and the hubby or the wife or what have you, the significant other, and you got to go next weekend, all right? And you don't have much time to prepare for that. That's not the case with this travel portal. There are, you get a chance to plan this out. So for instance, way out September 9th, all right, September 9th through September the 16th, if you went to Expedia and you price it at Expedia for 7 nights, this was for 4 adults, would be $925.68. And you know what? That's really not that bad. $111 a night. Throw in your taxes and fees, about $132 a night. That's not that bad. That's not that bad for a condo that sleeps 4. And it looks like that condo is on the beach. All right, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Only we can do better. All right, with our travel portal through Divvee.Social, which is the company that's in the advertising space that now brings this benefit to you, you're talking $583.70. So you're saving, I think it said 37%, all right? So you would have saved $325. The beautiful part is You're getting that for $50 a year. No monthly subscription, no monthly auto ship. There are other companies in our space, in the home business space, that's their entire model is some type of travel portal that you get started for $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, and then you have a monthly subscription of $50 or $100 or what have you, and then that gives you access to great deals like we've just shown you here. We're talking $50. We're talking $50. Let's do a couple more. All right, here is 82% less. Wow. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. I believe, Queen, if you're around, unmute yourself because I think this is the one you stayed at, right? You went to St. Martin in the Caribbean, and from September the 9th to September the 16th, once again, 7 days. I'm sorry, 7 nights here. $2,980. So it looks like it's $250 a night. If you have 4 adults, there's a little extra guest fee and then your taxes, almost $3,000. And look over here, $530. And again, well, you've got plenty of time to get prepared and save up the money and get your airline tickets, so on and so forth. 82%. And we'll do one more. We'll do for when it gets cold. Now, you're not going to find me here because I absolutely detest the cold. But here is around. This is now holiday season. All right, so we're talking in the U.S. Thanksgiving time or so. This is This is a suite, and it says 3 bedrooms. Okay, that's interesting. Um, Sleeps 8 adults, 7 nights. All right, $280 a night. $34.78 in taxes and fees. So when you do all the math, that's $2,200. And here with us, this is incredible because this is $280 a night. So in just 2 nights, all right, 2 nights would have been right at, maybe even a little bit, would be more actually, than what the full week would be with our travel portal. And once again, here's a 3-bedroom lodge, okay? Sleeps 8, and you're going during a holiday season, which probably by that time in I don't know much. I'm not spent any time really in Colorado. I don't think I've ever been to Colorado. Maybe just flown over it or driven through it on my way to some other state. I know that my wife is from Buffalo, New York, and about this time of the year, there would be quite a bit of snow. So there's the opportunity for those skiers. So this is available right now. Okay, this is available right now, $50 US dollars a year, and you have this benefit. So let me tell you what we are understanding. There's going to be a big shindig that the company, Divvee, is going to have at its, I don't know if it's going to be at its headquarters or maybe they'll probably have some hotel or convention center or what have you. This is going to be in July. Don't think they've divulged the date just yet. Assuming that it's not the weekend of my little girl's birthday, I plan to be there. I want to get a chance to meet the owners there. And my understanding is by that time, they should have the advertising model fully ready to do what we call rank and share. So what's going to happen when that happens is we're going to be able to do tasks, very simple tasks, like registering our email address for certain offers. You know what? I tell you what. Give me just a moment. Give me just a moment here. I want to show something on screen, and I didn't think to bring this up. So just bear with me. I've got to go find this. Give me a moment. Bear with me. See if this will work. Bear with us. Good. Okay, so what we saw in a pre-beta version of this offer are actions like these, where they would send out and say, hey, register to get travel deals from this particular advertiser. This advertiser is Sherman's Travel. All right, and so all we would do is we would put our email address in the email box and our zip code. We would sign up, and now we would be on Sherman Travel's email list. And that would allow Sherman Travel to send promotional offers. So Sherman's Travel is advertising through Divvee.Social. And by virtue of our putting our email address in, we would actually earn, the system rewards us with points, and we'd be able to convert those points into go to a redemption center and buy all kinds of cool things. But what we're teaching our audience is to convert those points into gift cards. The goal is for you to be able to generate enough in gift cards, maybe somewhere between $500 to $1,000. That's our target. $500 to $1,000 a month, maybe even a little more, just from doing these types of activities. We're talking surveys, we're talking email signups. By the way, once we get to this point, we're going to be recommending that you set up a totally separate email account just for these offers. Go in on a daily basis, check out what the offers are, but you don't want to have all these offers coming to your primary email box and cluttering that. And then the ones that appeal to you, take advantage of those. All right. So here's an example of something that Sherman Travel sent us after we had opted in. They asked us a few questions. What types of places would we like to go? I want to go on my Kenyan safari. They asked us like some places we had gone and some places we'd like to go. My wife and I had, a few years ago, we had been to Santiago, Chile. By the way, for a big city, I've never seen a cleaner big city than Santiago, Chile. It was absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I've never seen such a clean, big, even downtown and side streets and what have you. They take a lot of pride in Santiago, Chile. Beautiful mountains too, by the way. So advertisers are having a tough time getting in front of their audience by the more traditional means, i.e. TV. Because more and more people are using streaming services where there are no commercials, or they are recording their favorite shows. I'm a big sports fan. We're doing the webinar. The NBA Finals is tonight. Even if I was not on the webinar, I would record the first 30 minutes, maybe an hour before I would watch it, so I could quickly go through the ads. And so advertisers are looking for innovative ways to get in front of their audience. Here's another offer that we had with Wayfair. We simply had to put our email address in, and then they started sending some promotional offers, 10% off here. And so what we want to do once the advertising piece is in place, and it sounds like that's going to be let's say at the end of July, okay? Because that's when the company is having its shindig. I'm understanding, they haven't told me what it is, but I'm understanding they've got some huge announcements for us. I'm understanding there's even going to be some type of product or service, they have not divulged it, that is going to be, they're saying is going to be just as big as the advertising component. I have no idea what that is. I will say this, that I'm extremely impressed with the leadership and the ownership. This has been a pioneering stage for them, and things haven't quite gone always like they wanted them to go, because this is a pioneering stage and what have you. What I really appreciate about them is that they don't go into the closet, they don't go and hide somewhere. They're out front, they're doing Facebook Lives, or they are doing videos, or the president of basically like a field liaison, often comes on and does conference calls with us that we can tie into, updating us and letting us know exactly where we're going. And that's been a challenge online. A lot of times with online, building a business online, you don't even know who the owners are, or They're not around. So I really like the fact that they have kept us in the loop as to what is going on. All right. One last thing here, and then we're going to transition and start to talk a little more training here, some things that we're working on behind the scenes to help you not only build this offer, but to develop multiple streams of income. Here's one of the types of offers that we're hoping we're going to see, um, you know, soon after they make the announcements and they have the advertising in. So let me tell you a little story. A few years ago, I started doing business with a marketing couple. And I say marketing couple because they're not married. They have no romantic interest, but it's a dude and a dudette. And they work very, very well together. And they are affiliate marketers. Well, I come from network marketing. I thought affiliate marketing and network marketing were the same thing. They're not. They're not. They're totally different, okay? In network marketing, we're looking to build a team, all right? So we want to build a team of people that buying the product or on the auto ship, or in this case, with this particular offer, people that are actually doing daily actions. They are putting their email address in, or they're registering for a giveaway or what have you. They will earn points. And then as we build a team, we're going to earn commissions on the activity that they're doing. So, and this will make a lot more sense when I finish this part of the story. So in any event, affiliate marketers aren't looking to build a team. They're not looking to recruit anybody. They're basically selling a product, or they are getting leads for various companies. So in the affiliate marketing world, there are affiliate networks. Now, most network marketers are not going to qualify to work directly with these affiliate networks, because most of these affiliate networks, they want to know that you've got some type of website. Maybe you've got a blog. They want to know what type of traffic is coming to your website or blog, how you plan on promoting their offers. So most network marketers would not qualify. This couple had qualified, obviously. And what they would do is they would go inside their affiliate network and they would seek out particular offers that they wanted to promote. So here's a type of offer, because they were in the weight loss niche. So their focus was the weight loss niche. All right, so what they would do is, I tell you what, give me a moment. Let me see if I can find something along the lines of what they would do. I'll go to Google real quickly. You're not seeing this right now on the screen. All right, give me a moment here. Okay, give me a moment. See if we can find something here. Boy, I would hate to click on a sponsored ad where somebody has to pay for this. Give me a moment. Let's see if we have something right here. Bear with me. Okay, so bear with me. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I may not get it, but here's what would happen. What would happen is they would put together a site, something like this, all right, where it talks about, there's some content here. Let's get out of here. There's some content here, and they might talk about a particular product, like what's the product here? Garcinia, whatever you say, however you say that, okay? And so they would have a site that looked like a blog. What the heck is all of this? Good grief! I don't want all this stuff popping up. Okay, so they would have a site with some content here, and then they would have some links where you could click on certain links, and when you clicked on that link, it would then take you to something like this. So basically, they would do these pages that kind of pre-sold the prospect. They would drive traffic to the blog, or drive traffic to what they call an advertorial, where it looks like an article or what have you, and it's really designed to pre-sell talk about the product and what have you, maybe give some testimonies of this particular product, and then someone clicks on the link and they come over here and they can get a free bottle of it, okay? And a person would fill out their name and their address, and they would get a free trial. Now, why would a company want people to get a free trial? Because if somebody's looking to lose weight and they got the free trial, let's say they want to lose 20 pounds, and maybe they lost 5 or 6 or 7 pounds the first month, now they're out of the weight loss product. What are they going to want to do? They're going to want to order some more. Now all of a sudden, let's say they've lost 10 pounds, 12 pounds, and someone sees them and says, in my case, I have a big old fat head, right? So if someone saw me and I'd lost 10 pounds or what have you, they might see that my head shrunk a little bit. They might, man, your head's not as fat. What are you doing? What's happening, man? Are you losing some weight? Well, now all of a sudden, I would become a referral source. Yeah, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm taking this product, and I got a free trial. You can go, give me your email address. I'll shoot you what I responded to. Maybe you'll respond to it, okay? Now I just became a referral source for them. Now, my marketing couple, Buddy and Buddyette, they were generating at their height, they were generating $125,000 a month. Simply advertising and getting people to get to their site to fill out one of these forms. Because they were making anywhere from $50 to $70 for every one of these forms they were able to get filled out. That's called a cost per action, CPA, or cost per lead, CPL. Well, these are going to be some of the types of offers, I'm told, that we're going to have in the system. And so imagine if you referred me to this offer and I filled out this form so that I could get some weight loss product or hopefully lose some, so my head won't be so fat. I fill out the offer and I get some points that I can convert to gift cards, but I'm in your organization, and maybe you make $2, $3, $5 for me simply filling this out. Multiply that out times the number of people that could be in your organization doing actions like that. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited about this particular offer. Once the advertising is fully engaged, we believe that this is going to spread like wildfire. And then as they go into other countries, we believe that this is going to be a massive income opportunity for you. Now, what would you do now if you're not already a part of this offer? The offer's name is called Divvee. You would connect with the person that referred you to tonight's webinar, and you would register. You would only be outlaying $50 US. Right now, the advertising is not ready to go. What you will be able to do is take advantage of the travel. Okay, you'll be able to take advantage of the travel. There's going to be other things coming. I know they're going to have a shopping portal. I'm understanding that when you go in and shop from your own portal, you'll earn points. You'll also override commissions on your team. I believe that this is going to be a income source for you that could easily become a full-time income source. What's a full-time income source? Meaning that income source can cover all of your monthly family's expenses so that you can live an enjoyable and a comfortable life. I actually believe that you're going to be able to ultimately develop a 6, perhaps a 7-figure business just from this offer. Okay, so now let's begin to transition and let's get into some things that we are doing to help you to build your business, scale your business, okay? So now what we have is we have a system that we call Click, Rank, and Bank, or we call it CRB for short. All right, now here's what we've done. And originally when we developed CRB, it was to promote this Divvee offer. We're now going to expand that as we are expanding into another niche. Remember what our objective is: assist you in developing a long-term sustainable business um, with multiple streams of income across multiple niches. Okay? All right, so now, one of the things that we identified as a challenge for most marketers is most marketers do not get enough traffic to their offer. Okay, so you've got to have traffic, you've got to have eyeballs, you have to have people, new eyeballs looking at your offer. You can have the best offer in the world. Let's say you've got a wellness product and it raises Lazarus from the dead. That's an amazing wellness product. But you know what? If you're not getting eyeballs to that offer, it doesn't matter how great the product is. Now, it might work for you and you might have a phenomenal testimony about that wellness product, but you're not going to make any money or not any money to speak of if you're not getting fresh eyeballs to your offer. Now, when I first got in this industry back in 1994, the internet was not a big player, and we always dealt with our family and our friends. We would make a list of everyone that we knew and, people that we worked with and people that we'd gone to school with and who our neighbors, and if you attended a worship service, anybody that you would worship with, and the mailman, the mailwoman, the person at the bank. We would make a list of all of those folks. The problem with that is that most of those people didn't have an entrepreneurial bone in their body. So if you made a list of 100 folks, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 even had an interest in being in business, but it didn't mean they had an interest in being in your business. Okay? When it comes to online marketing, what we want to do is we want to target people that are already in the business space, the home business space. That way, we're only talking to people that already get it. They get, hey, I need to have a business. They get, let's say from a network marketing standpoint, the whole idea of growing a team, and that, just because you can recruit others and you can override other people's efforts, that's not illegal or a pyramid or a Ponzi or any of that kind of stuff. Okay. If you're ever talking to someone about your business and they say, hey, is that one of them there pyramids? That's probably not the person you need to be talking to about your business. So we've got to get fresh eyeballs, people that are already in our industry, taking a look at what we're doing. But we don't just want to send them directly to the offer page. All right. So for instance, I don't want to send someone directly to my Divvee page. And here's why. What most people are going to do these days is when they hear about an offer, if they're intrigued about it, they're going to go to YouTube or they're going to go to Google. Someone hit me today. It was interesting. Someone hit me today, and I don't know this person, okay? And I asked, well, how did you find me? How have we connected? Have we done business before? Because I wasn't familiar with her name. And they said, oh, I found you on YouTube. I found you on YouTube, okay? So we don't want to send this traffic to the offer page. We want to send them to some type of lead capture page. All right, I'm going to log into CRB real quickly so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so with our system, what we've done is we've developed a series of lead capture pages that provide immense value to our audience. So notice, for instance, here's one of the lead capture pages. This free video series exposes a full-blown point-by-point system for getting paid over and over again, even if you can't recruit, make sales, or you just plain suck at marketing. Notice it does not mention the name of the offer, okay? You never want to mention the name of the offer prematurely because if so, you're more than likely to lose that potential recruit because that potential recruit goes to Facebook, They maybe put in the name of the offer and see if there's some Facebook groups that they can join to kind of check it out. All of a sudden, they join a Facebook group, and then Facebook is going to tell them which of their friends, their Facebook friends, are a part of that group. And then they say, "Oh, I know Christopher Foster. That's Cristiano. I'm gonna join through him instead of somebody who just sent me some arbitrary something via email or Facebook, and I don't really know who they are." You see why you don't want to prematurely announce the name of the offer? Or they're going to go to YouTube. They're going to put Divvee in the search field. YouTube is the second largest search engine. And then there's going to be a bunch of videos that's going to pop up. And those who are skilled at doing video creation, that know how to rank their videos to get on the front page or the second page or what have you, maybe they have great content. I remember when I first joined Divvee and I went to YouTube, and there was a particular gentleman, he had probably 4 or 5 videos on the homepage. And they were great videos. It was great training. He provided a tremendous amount of value. He wasn't just saying, join me in Divvee, 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 Divvee. He was providing real value. If I had not already made a commitment to join someone, a person that I've followed in this business for quite some time, and I just went to YouTube just to do some more research, so I already knew who was going to be my sponsor. But if I had just heard about Divvee because I saw a banner somewhere on Facebook or what have you, and then I went to YouTube, I would have joined that dude because he brought value. And we know that type of marketing works because over the last 5 years, anything that I have promoted with any vigor, where I did a lot of YouTube videos, I could count, I knew I would probably personally recruit just from YouTube alone, somewhere between 150 to maybe 200 or 300 folks just from YouTube. No paid marketing, just me doing a bunch of YouTube videos about that particular offer and providing value. So we want to drive traffic to some type of lead capture mechanism where we promise them that, hey, if you give us, this is an ethical bribe, if you give us your contact information, we're going to give you tremendous value. In this case, a free video series that exposes a full-blown point-by-point system for getting paid over and over again, even if you can't recruit, make sales, or you just plain suck at marketing. Now, once someone puts their email address in, this is very important. Most people are not going to buy. Most people are not going to join the first time they see or hear your message. So you want to have a very robust follow-up series, a follow-up system. Now, there have been a couple of systems that I joined that system or joined that company only because they purported to have a follow-up system. Because I know how important, the fortune is in the follow-up. Most people are not going to join the first time they see or hear their message. But when you have a repetitive messaging that's showing up in their email box, okay, some people, they want to see if you're going to stand the test of time. Are you going to still be here? Or are you just a fly-by-night person? When they see that every day or every other day that they're getting some content from you, they're more likely to start to pay attention. Maybe this is a person that I can trust, because most people are looking for someone that they can put a little faith in, they can trust, because most people online have been beaten up. Right? They've been shafted, they've been shammed. Believe me, I've been shammed more than I care to admit. Okay? So what we did is we developed a 30-day video follow-up system. So for instance, we'll come back here and we'll show you. All right, so what happens is someone opts in, then they're going to get an email, and that email is going to have a link. And in that link, there's going to be a video training for that particular day. And with each of these, there's going to be a call to action button that's going to pop up. So you see here, the video start playing out.
Welcome back.
Okay. We do these videos. We never mention who we are. We never say our name. All right. And that way, nobody ever comes back to us because they don't even know who we are. All right. But when this timer finishes, then there's going to be a call to action button. And so we have that with each of our follow-up messages. And what we do is we may have 2 days of marketing type training that leads to talk about the underlying offer, in this case Divvee. All right, you want to wrap your pitch, you want to wrap your offer in value, and then every third message or so we kind of take a little break. So in this example, with this message on day number 3 after they've opted in, this is a message where we've got a comedian, Sinbad, and the whole design here is just to bring some value to them. Value doesn't always have to be a marketing training or what have you. Listen, the reason we did this, we found this out, we stumbled across this. If we put a smile on our prospect's face, they're more likely to want to do business with us and pay attention to the next post that we're going to have, because the next post is probably going to be something getting back to marketing and having some type of offer where we say, hey, now buy from us or join us. It can't just be buy from me, buy from me, buy from me, join me, join me, join me. You've got to wrap your buy from me, or join me, join me. You got to wrap that in value. So then here's a marketing message. Here's a marketing message. And then we take a break. Then on that third message, and this one, for instance, we go on a little mental vacation break. We go to the Cook Islands. All right, and the whole design is just to kind of get them opening up your emails, looking forward to your messages, and then there's going to be a call to action button here. Maybe they've not joined you yet, maybe they've not bought from you yet, but maybe it's this video is the one that says, you know what, I like this person's style, I like what they're doing. All right, and that call to action button will come up. You'll see that in just a few moments, and then we continue. All right, we've got a 30-day follow-up sequence. So now we're at day 6 after they've opted in. All right, now we get into the compensation plan of this particular offer. All right, another marketing training here. Looks like another marketing training here. And then we take a break and we do a little personal development. All right, and so we kind of repeat that every 2 to 3 messages, marketing messages, and then we take a break. Maybe it's a comedic message. Maybe it's a mental vacation break message. Maybe it's a personal development message. So we've got a 30-day robust follow-up sequence, okay? Now, let's talk about what we're doing. I tell you what. Yeah, let's talk about this first, okay? So I mentioned that we want to help you build a long-term sustainable business with multiple streams of income across multiple niches. Now, we've been looking at the Bitcoin niche for quite some time. As a matter of fact, our first foray into the Bitcoin niche was back in 2014, and it's been an amazing ride with that particular offer. Unfortunately, we just didn't get it. We didn't really get how powerful that offer was, 2 years ago, all right, 2.5 years ago when we engaged with that particular offer. Now we see just how big this Bitcoin space happens to be. So our game plan was we were going to launch another portal that was going to work just like CRB, but it was going to center around the Bitcoin niche. And our plan was to call that DigiCoin Lab and to launch that sometime this fall. Inside of DigiCoin Lab, there would be a number of Bitcoin offers that we would test. Now, when we're testing an offer, we know that in Bitcoin it's explosive. We know there's a lot of riffraff out there, and sometimes it's hard to determine what's serious and legitimate from some of the riffraff. So sometimes it's hard to determine what gold is versus fool's gold, okay? And so we were going to use DigiCoin Lab. The reason we call it that is because we were going to be in the lab. We were going to be testing offers to unearth that gem, and hopefully unearth 2 or 3 gems. Well, a few weeks ago, someone who's been a part of our following for years, Uncle Roo, as we affectionately call him, got in touch with me. Uncle Roo has followed us ever since we came online. And he said, look, you and Queen was taking the introductions. You two have to listen to this particular gentleman who also has been following us for years. He is a Bitcoin aficionado. You got to listen to this guy. And, we got a lot going on, okay? We still have a lot to do inside of CRB, a lot still to do. And I was like, okay, Uncle Roo, out of respect, we'll connect. I'm thinking I'm going to give the guy 15 minutes, and then I'm going to say, hey, I got to go. Appreciate it. Send me a link. Tell me what you're talking about, what have you. We got on that call, and I don't know how long it was. Hour and a half, 2 hours later. I don't know exactly what it was. I just know that we were captivated. Queen and I were absolutely captivated. The guy blew my mind. And he had been trading in the Bitcoin space for about 3 years. Told us his story about how he was promoting a particular offer. He was doing really well with that offer. The offer hit the wall. And it happened when his when they were expecting a child. He had to go back to work. So he had done so well with a particular offer that he was able to get off his job. And now he had to go back to work, and things were just really tough. And somehow he stumbled across the Bitcoin niche and trading Bitcoin. And so we had this. I've traded in some form or fashion since 1999. So he immediately had my attention. And so he took me under his wing. And started just teaching me a very simple trading strategy. It's really simple. Now, it's simpler for me because I've traded since 1999 in some form or fashion in the stock market, the Forex market, binary options. Hate binary options, by the way. Stay away from that. Stay away from binary options. That's designed to take your money, okay? But in any event, we've traded in those markets before. So when he shared with us his strategy, we said, oh man, that's pretty simple. And we started having immediate success. Our first week trading our own account, we took 58 trades, very part-time, by the way. And I don't look at charts and all that other stuff, very simple. We had 57 of those that closed out that week, all profitable. And then the 58th one closed out like the next week. I'm now well over 100 plus trades that I've taken. All of them have been profitable. Now, I got a couple of them that we've not closed out yet. It might, let's say you buy a stock in the U.S. stock market for $10, and now that stock is going for $8. All right. But I only have a small portion of my portfolio into any one trade. And if the stock went from 10 down to 8, I might just buy some more at 8. And then it lowers my average cost, and so we've had a few of those there. But overall, our portfolio in the first 2 weeks, our portfolio was up almost 61%. I saw this gentleman's portfolio. I saw it with my own eyes. He allowed me to look at one of his portfolios. I saw it grow by $150,000 in 1 week. I want to say this again. I saw his portfolio grow. Combination of him trading, combination of just holding on to some of these coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum and what have you. These are some of the coins that are the most traded. And I saw his account grow by over $150,000. Now, we were going to bring him to our audience, and we still are, by the way. But we felt like that not everybody was going to want to learn how to trade. So we're going to bring him to our audience for those that want to learn how to trade. By the way, let me just show you something real quickly. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Give me a moment. Okay, so you can see here, let's pull this up. I'm in my son's account. All right, you can see that, let's see here. You won't not understand what all this stuff means here, but you can see buy and sell. So let me find something that, all right, here's a good example. We bought this right here in the Bitcoin market. We bought this here, and you can see when we bought it, 6/1, which was June 1st, 2047, okay? And we were out with our profits at 21.56 an hour later. This particular trade was about a 4% trade, all right? Meaning we made 4%. Now, we don't put our entire portfolio into one trade, obviously, okay? But that was a 4% trade. And basically what we do, think this through. I'm going to give you a stock market analogy. Let's say we buy 100 shares of a stock, and we're looking to take some profits along the way. And so we place an order to sell 50 of the 100 shares. And we sell those 50 shares. And then we place another order to buy. If it dips again, we want to buy on the dip. We want to buy low, sell high. So if it dips again and we're able to buy it again, we'll buy 100 shares again. Then when we sell, we're going to sell 50. Now what's happening is we're starting to build up a stock portfolio. We're doing a little trading, making some money, some short-term profits. At the same time, we're building up a portfolio. So look at this. So we bought and we sold, and then I think, let me see, was that the one? Okay, here it was. You can see that we had sold that same one, made/XMR. We sold that on May the 30th. We had bought it previously. We sold it on May the 30th. Placed an order to buy again. That buy order was filled on June the 1st. Placed an order to sell once we knew we owned it. Placed an order to sell, and we sold it an hour later. Okay. Meanwhile, today we had this right here that sold today. Now, we had actually held on to this for about 7 days. That's about as long as we've been in a trade. 7 days. It sold today. This one was a little bit higher return than our normal one. This was a 20% return. This was a 20% return, okay? But once we sold it, we said, hey, we want to buy it again. And there we go. We just bought it. All right. Since before I got on this webinar. All right. This was not here before. So now I'll go in and I'll place an order to sell this. And it may take a few hours. It may take a few days. Ultimately, if it gets to the price point where we want to sell, we'll be in and out of that. Now, for those of you that want to learn how to trade, we're going to be introducing our trading mentor in the next few weeks. He's been out of the country. He's getting back, I think, today or tomorrow. He and I will discuss. He's got a website and everything. So those of you who want to learn how to trade, we're going to be introducing him, okay? Now, we expect if there were 100 people that only a few would want to learn how to trade. Whether you want to learn how to trade or not, one of the things that we've uncovered over the past few weeks is a trading system that is going to launch, going to go into pre-launch somewhere between June 7th and June the 14th. And the thing that captured our fancy was they're going to show real proof of trading. There are a few Bitcoin trading platforms in the marketplace now, but they're not showing real proof of trading. Now, what you're seeing right now on screen is real proof of trading. All right, you can see we bought something, we sold something. All right, we bought something, LTC XMR, we bought on June the 1st at 1710. LTC XMR, we sold on June the 2nd. Okay? Real trading. Now notice I'm not showing anything that's overly sensitive. You don't even see my son's name here. You don't see his account number. You don't see his balance. Now I can click a few links and you would see all that stuff, but obviously I'm not going to show that on screen. Okay? So what we wanted was an automated platform where whether you wanted to learn to trade or not, you could use the automated platform manned by real professional traders. So this system, the traders manage over $100 million in their various trading portfolios. They would make the trades, all right, and then you would get earnings. And I don't know just yet. We'll find out when they go into pre-launch. I know that there's some type of splitting of the profits. I don't know exactly how all that works yet. The owner and I have been in a lot of contact on Facebook over the past few days, and he tells me that they're putting the finishing touches on all of that, and soon they'll have the PowerPoint, they'll have the pre-launch video, and things of that nature. Now, I don't know. He sent this to me today. I asked him if I could share it. I haven't gotten an answer back yet. But since he sent it to me, I'm going to ask for forgiveness if I happen to overstep my bounds. I don't think so. Okay, and I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. Let's make this big. So I was asking him because I've got a really big, huge top leader, somebody who I've done business with. He always out-recruits me, and he always builds a bigger team than me. I've been on his team. He's been on my team. But, if we built a certain size team, collectively, a nice portion of that was his team. I mean, this guy's just an amazing leader, an amazing team builder. And he wanted to start seeing some of the proof. And so what the owner sent me today was proof of withdrawals from the system. Now, they blanked out some sensitive information. But what he said to me is that in one of their accounts, they are taking out about $25,000 a day in profits. About $25,000 a day in profits. So he sent this to me, blanked out some stuff, and so I know what this particular coin is. This coin right here is called Ethereum Classic. And on June the 1st, give me a moment, let's see. Bear with me. Okay. On June the 1st, they withdrew 130 coins on Ethereum Classic and also withdrew 1,300 coins. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean in dollar value? All right, so they withdrew 1,430 coins of Ethereum Classic to convert that over to Bitcoin, and then they can convert the Bitcoin into US dollars, okay? Or Euro dollars or what have you. All right, so what does that mean? Let's go and let's take a look at Ethereum Classic and see how much that's going for. So you can see how much they withdrew today. Now, I don't know how large their account is. I would imagine it's fairly significant, maybe even over 7 figures. We've got a plan on the Bitcoin side to get you to Bitcoin, or what we call digi-millionaire status. And I'm going somewhere with this as it relates to CRB. Come on, act right. Okay, so let's see what. All right, so right here is ETC. So ETC is going for $16.05 a coin. All right, if you were in the stock market, that would be $16.05 a share. So let's take the 1,430, multiply it times 1605. This is what he withdrew today, $22,951.50. In other words, if you took Ethereum Classic, ETC, you can convert that into, you can send that to what we would refer to as a wallet or a Bitcoin wallet. And then you can do whatever you want to with that. You can convert it over to Bitcoin. Most of us are familiar with Bitcoin. And if you wanted to convert this to cash, US dollars, Euro dollars, Canadian dollars, Australian dollars, you would convert it into Bitcoin first, and then you would convert the Bitcoin into the cash. It's a very simple process once you know how it all works, and you'll learn all that stuff, okay? Now that was today. So the same traders that are trading his account is going to be trading for you and me, okay? And let's go back on the 30th, 2 days ago. All right, so here he withdrew Bitcoin. So let's see how many Bitcoin he withdrew. He took profits from the system, okay? Let's see here. 0.7 plus 10 Bitcoin plus 0.25 plus 7.5. Now let's not do the 7.5 because that was on the 29th. 10.95 Bitcoin. Oh gosh. Right now Bitcoin is going for $2,303 a coin. So he withdrew a couple days ago 25,000 worth of Bitcoin. Now the price might have been different a few days ago. It might have been more or less. But if he just withdrew the Bitcoin and took it out of the trading platform so he could keep it in his Bitcoin wallet and it just let it sit there in Bitcoin, that's what it's worth right now. And so the same trading team that's trading his account, they're going to be able to trade on our behalf. Let me stop for just a moment. How many of you are excited about that? How many of you are excited? If you're excited about that, put an X in your questions box. Okay. All right, so let me tell you what we're working on for you. Instead of launching a new portal right now, I think that's just premature. Let's see, where did I want to go? Okay, so instead of launching a new portal right now, I think that's premature. What we're going to do is we're going to add a new campaign within CRB. So in CRB, you're going to have the capture pages and the autoresponder that corresponds with our promoting of the advertising offer Divvee. And then you're going to also have other capture pages that are specific to promoting the automated trading platform. He told me the name, but I can't say what the name is just yet, okay? And so we'll have lead capture pages specific to that niche. Obviously, the capture pages won't mention the name of that offer. Then we'll have its own 30-day video follow-up series because obviously the messaging is different, okay? But it'll be in the vein of what we already have in place. Obviously, the marketing side, that will be different. I'll give you a good example, okay? I'll give you a good example. I cut 2 of the videos that we're going to use in the follow-up sequence today. And let me tell you what we did. What we did is right here on the Made XMR, by the time I saw that we had bought it, I went over to see what the price was to sell because I had not already put in a sell order, and I saw that I was above the price at which I would be normally willing to sell. Okay, I would normally be looking for a 4% return, and with that one we were at about a 9% return. And I said, this would be a great video for the video series. And really just to show people how explosive the industry was. So we actually, on screen, placed an order to sell, People would be able to see on screen that we sold. They'd be able to see, what our buy-in price was for that, what our sell price was, what our overall return was. And then we said something to the effect, hey, for those of you that want to learn how to trade, we do have a trading mentor that would teach you this stuff. Now, he's only going to take a limited amount, so by the time you see this, that may or may not be open. But what we really are focused on is our auto trading system, where everything you just saw me do, if you don't want to do that, and you say, man, that's just too much math, I don't want to do that. Well, we've got a team of auto traders that will do that on your behalf. Let me see. Give me a moment. So I did that video, and then we had a little call to action. Give me a moment. All right. So now imagine someone opens up an email, and the email says, watch us as we took a 9% return in less than an hour, or something to that effect. What's that all about? And they see us on screen. I never mentioned my name. They see proof of real trading, and we say, hey, most people are not going to want to learn how to do that. So we've got a team of auto traders. One of our traders took a portfolio of $1 million, and in just a few short months, it was over $2 million. Another one of our traders took a portfolio of 200 Bitcoin, and now it's 600 Bitcoin. Well, what does that mean in dollars and cents? Well, at that time, it was just under $500,000. But by the way, according to Bitcoin price now, and we went to the market, 600 Bitcoin today would be worth like $1.39 million. Now there's a button that's popping up so that you can participate with our auto trade system. It requires as little as $100 in Bitcoin to get started. Do you think if you had an email series like that, you might have some people that would want to get that system from you and it creates some commissions for you? If you think so, put a T in your questions box. Yeah, I think something like that. Well, we can show stuff on screen like that. Okay? All right, so what we're doing is we know that there's still some unfinished business that we have in CRB in terms of some other things that we want to put back there, and banners, and I get that. I know that, okay? But we wanted to position you so that when this system launches, you will already have marketing material from our perspective that really drives home the point, okay? Here's what we've learned. An educated consumer will consume more. And because there is a network tied to that trading platform, the more people feel comfortable investing in that platform, the more money you're going to ultimately make, because as their portfolios grow, your commissions are going to grow. And so we want to make sure that people have a comfort level. Some people may still just test it with $100 or $200 or $300. And once they feel more comfortable, all of a sudden they're going to add more and let that continue to grow. So ultimately what we're going to have, what we're working on, you don't see it right now. All right, what we're working on will be capture pages that will be specific to that niche. Okay, we're still not going to mention the name of the offer on the capture page. A video autoresponder series. It's going to be at least 30 days. Okay, will likely be the same type of format. Couple days of training. Take a day to have a mental vacation break or comedic, what have you, so on and so forth. Each one will have a call to action. And so in one portal, you're going to be able to have two niches. And one portal, we're going to have two systems that we believe either one of these systems could become a 6 or 7 figure business for you. Now, let me tell you what I hope happens. I hope that Divvee does exactly what we expect her to do, because we're going to get paid in Divvee in cash. So I want you to be at the point where you're making enough cash from Divvee to take care of your monthly expenses and have a little emergency fund and what have you. Because what I really want us to do with the trading platform, although we're going to be recommending that periodically you take profits, okay, we're not really going to want to convert that even commissions into cash. If we can, early on we might have to, but later on we don't want to convert that into cash. And here's why. We did a webinar, I don't know how long ago it was, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. Bitcoin was $1,250 a coin. Last week it got up to $2,750. Now it pulled back sharply a couple days last week down to about the 1800s. I expected that. And now it's back up. What was it? 22, almost 2,300. All right, so it's going to soon try to test that $2,700 mark, and if it may blow through that, and then if it gets through 2,750, it's going to try to get to 3,000. Okay, that's going to be the next big level that traders and investors would be looking at. Okay, all right. So what we want to have is a system that pays us in cash, where we are able to take care of our right now cash flow needs. But this trading system is going to all be Bitcoin based. We put Bitcoin in the system, we'll take Bitcoin out. Okay? We really don't want to have to convert the Bitcoin to cash. Think about it. If we went to coinmarketcap.com, and here are the top 10 coins right now as they stand, okay? Well, if we were to have looked at the top 10 coins this time last year, all right, so I'm going to look at this one right here, this tab here on the left is today's pricing. This tab on the right, I'm going to come down here to where it says Tools and look at Historical Snapshots, coinmarketcap.com, coinmarketcap.com. And we're going to go and look at May of 2016, May 29th of 2016. So just over a year. And you're going to see that Bitcoin this time last year was $522 a coin. And look at it now. And you're going to see that the number 2 coin last year was $12 a coin, Ethereum. And look at it now, $229. If you had taken $1,000 and parked $1,000 into each of the top 10 coins, so $10,000 total, divided amongst 10 coins, 1,000 apiece. This time, if you had done that this time last year, now your $1,000 would be worth roughly $268,000. I'm sorry, your $10,000 would be worth roughly $268,000. So here is part of our Digi Millionaire plan. Okay, we leverage the auto trade platform. Hopefully we don't have to convert much of that to cash. You may have to do that early on to pay bills and maybe do a little advertising. I get that. All right. This is why I really am excited about Divvee being the way to generate the cash, so we don't necessarily have to convert our Bitcoin into cash. As we grow our auto trade portfolios, we're not going to leave everything sitting there. We're going to withdraw from our auto trade portfolio, but we want to keep that in Bitcoin. And now we can take that Bitcoin and we can convert some of the Bitcoin into Ethereum or Litecoin or Ripple, so that we also start to build a coin portfolio. So in time, you've got a portfolio of the top 10 or 20 coins, and you're growing that asset base. Now, the explosive growth we've seen over the past year, will we see that this coming year? Maybe not. That's a lot. I mean, that's huge growth. You go and some of these were up 1,500%. Okay, you would have done 15 times your money. I don't expect that necessarily, but we very well could see one of these coins over the next 2-3 years up 500, 1,000, 1,500%, so on and so forth. So I'm hoping that you're now starting to see why under one roof right now we want to have these two systems working side by side. One as a cash flow system. Let's make money from Divvy and generate cash and let that be a way that we take care of our cash flow needs. And then our Bitcoin trading, we want to grow that. And ultimately, we want to diversify that Bitcoin into other coins as well as into other credible DG opportunities. Okay, so let me finish with this and then we'll open it up for some Q&A. Okay? So, we had shared with our audience, and a good number of you have taken advantage of this, that one of the things that we were going to do, this was before we started to introduce the Digi opportunity, that we needed to have traffic. Okay? Now, some of you, a good amount of you, purchased a Craigslist traffic course, and some of you have not just allowed that to sit on the shelf. You have taken advantage of it, and you have been getting some really good leads, okay? And one of the reasons we wanted you to get that course is so that once you understood how to drive traffic with Craigslist, you could use that to drive traffic for any offer, okay? And your only cost was for the cost of the course itself. Now, with that being said, we also wanted to have more of an automated way that you could drive traffic. And one of the best ways, and some big traffic generation gurus out there would say the best way to drive traffic is through what they refer to as search traffic. And this would be things like Google AdWords and things like Bing, okay? Yahoo and Bing and what have you. And so you know how it works. You go to Google, you put in a search term, things come up, and you'll see ads. Well, the reason that some traffic generation gurus believe that search traffic is the best traffic is because you're not interrupting someone's experience. If you're doing Facebook ads, which obviously are also can also be very profitable and beneficial if you know what you're doing. You know, people aren't going into Facebook looking to be advertised to. They're going into Facebook because they want to check out their friends, their family, maybe news, things of that nature. And then there's this interruption with an ad in their news feed or an interruption with an ad on the right-hand side. When people go to YouTube, when people go to Google, when people go to Bing, they're typically typing in a search term because it's a search engine. And oftentimes they're looking for an answer to a problem. And so with search traffic, what you do is you have certain keywords that when someone types in something like Bitcoin or auto Bitcoin or how to make money online or something like that, there could be an ad that we have there. We don't pay until someone clicks onto that ad. But normally a person is only clicking on because they see something in the ad that appeals to them. And so that's why some of traffic gurus say that search traffic is the best form of traffic. Now, what we did is we went out and we hired a search traffic agency. Normally, for you to be able to hire such an agency, you're probably going to have at least a $10,000 a month or more budget just to have them to entertain, doing a traffic campaign with you. So obviously that wouldn't work for most people, at least not right now. Okay, in time you may very well be able to do that. Okay. So what we did is we said, okay, well, let's pool our resources. Let's hire the traffic agency. Let's do a co-op. So the way the co-op works is there's a $100 setup fee, all right, and then a co-op share is $300. But that share gives you 3 months worth of traffic. Okay, so instead of turning the traffic at full scale right away, the design is for you to get steady traffic over a 3-month period. And the reason being is that when you're doing search traffic campaigns, our search traffic co-op folks or the agency, they're always monitoring the campaigns. They're looking to see if they can get a bigger bang for the buck. So they're always making slight adjustments here and there. So the second month of the campaign may actually be better than the first month. The third month of the campaign may actually be better than the first and the second months, because they've been doing some little variations and little tweaks here and there. Okay, so those of you that are already part of the co-op, originally we were going to do the co-op and we were going to start the first part of June based on the Divvee offer. But Divvy's not ready yet, and we don't want to burn your co-op advertising dollars. Okay, yeah, we could turn it on, people would go, but what we would be promoting about Divvee in terms of the advertising piece is not really ready yet. So I went to our traffic guy and said, okay, we're going to pause this campaign right now. We're not ready. We need Divvee to have the advertising piece. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin offer was coming to fruition. And some of you were on our webinar. I think it was last Tuesday. We did like a 2-hour webinar to introduce it. I sent him that webinar, and he watched it, and he was all goo goo gaga. And he said, you know what? I think what you should do right now is build out your campaign on the trading system and direct all of the dollars for the trading system once you're ready for that. So that's what I'm going to suggest for those of you that are already part of the co-op. And then we're going to reopen the co-op for those of you that maybe want to participate and you hadn't gotten a chance. Now, what we did is we said, okay, so basically, now you need to be in CRB so that you have the capture pages and the follow-up system, okay? So if you did one co-op share, that's $400, and that's payable in Bitcoin. And then we said if you get 3 shares, and most people that have done this so far has taken advantage of this one, if you get 3 shares, you get 1 free. Which means, what this means when you talk about a share, you would have a link in a rotator. And when someone clicks on the ad, they see John's capture page. They don't know it's John, they don't know it's Mary, but they see John's capture page. Next person clicks on an ad, they see Mary's capture page. Next person clicks on an ad, they see Paul's capture page. Okay? That would be 1 link, 1 share. A good number of you purchase 3 shares and you get 1 free, which means you get 4 links for 4 months as opposed to 3 months. Okay? So this is the game plan now. All right? The trading system is going to go into pre-launch sometime between June the 7th and June the 14th. The owner of the company sent this out via email today, and I had a brief Facebook conversation with him about this as well. Okay? 30 days or so after the pre-launch will be the full launch. And this is when people will be able to set up their trading accounts, and start trading. Okay? So here's the game plan now. The game plan is going to be, we're putting together the campaign in the background. We're going to probably in a couple weeks start some some minor testing so he can optimize the campaign. We want to see the system launch, make sure there's no major bugs or what have you, because we don't want to burn advertising dollars if the system's not working correctly. And assuming the system is working correctly, then we'll start the co-op in earnest. Okay? So, we're going to reopen the co-op for those of you that did not take advantage of it and now you want to take advantage of it. Okay? And so what you would need to do, one is you need to have Click Rank and Bank, or CRB for short. So get back to the person who referred you to our webinars. Ask them for their CRB link. Go on and take our CRB test drive. It's $1 for 7 days. All right, so $1 for 7 days. Thereafter, it's $30 a month. That's for CRB, okay? Then once you come inside of CRB, there is, and I'm about to round third here. Queen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to have long for Q&A. I've got a headache and it's bothering me. So as soon as I finish, I'm going to go and get some rest. I'm in pain right now, so. And it is not comfortable at all. That's what you haven't heard me with my golden silky vocals or anything like that, because I'm in pain. All right. If you want to participate in the co-op, come back here. Send a support ticket. And say, yes, I want to be in the co-op. Tell us how many shares you want. And then we'll give you the instructions on how you can take care of the co-op. We will be mindful that the advertising won't start until we know that the trading system has launched and we don't have any major snafus or what have you. Okay, but I don't know how many shares we still have left, because we had a good number of them taken when we first opened it up. It is going to be first come, first served. We have a limit to the number of shares that we're going to allow for this first run. So even though the advertising won't start right away, you want to go on and lock that in. Again, I don't remember exactly how many shares we have. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in pain right now. And we normally do a Q&A. I'm going to ask you to forgive me. We're not going to do a Q&A. All right. I love each and every one of you. I'm sorry?
I said you're forgiven.
Thanks, Queen. All right. Love each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, Queen, you hadn't heard me on the rafters tonight or singing or what have you. That's because I'm in pain. So I'm going to go and see if and I'm a wuss when it comes to pain. So I'm going to probably take something to get me out of some pain. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I just don't like pain, and I'm a wuss.
I know. Go lay down.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.